Take one!
Hi guys, welcome to my Northeast vlog. We took a super late night, odd timed flight from Pune. We were super tired, but the moment we landed in Guwahati, the drivers welcomed us with very warm smiles and these really cute Assamese scarves. It was a super sweet gesture and it kind of melted our tiredness. Then we had some lunch and traveled to our Kaziranga resort. It was very green and peaceful. They let us rest for a bit, which was amazing, and I don't know why, but hotel bed naps just hit different. After what felt like the best nap ever, I woke up and spotted a very cute Assamese hat in the room. So of course I had to take some pictures with it and headed to see the traditional Bihu dance. The dancers were so beautiful to watch, and then we decided to join them. I swear it looked like a rhino trying to dance with cute, elegant birds. They were just so fast and graceful, we couldn't keep up. But it was fun to try, and we took a cute picture with all the lovely dancers.
Day two!
I woke up to the sound of chirping birds, which made my morning so peaceful. Then I walked around the resort to breakfast, adoring the colorful plants and flowers. I stole my mama's hat for some pictures, and then we headed to the Orchid park, where my sister, as always, met a cute dog. She always finds a furry friend, and this one was twinning with her. At the orchid garden, there was a lady who told us about all kinds of different orchids. They were so pretty. I was wearing a floral top, and everything was so colorful. My favorite was this orchid, which looked like Cinderella's slippers. We found one which looked like a bracelet, and then she even let us smell real vanilla. Wow. After that, we visited a museum where a young lady gave us a tour in a very funny way. We saw old weapons, tools, tribal jewelry, handloom work, natural dyes, and old scriptures. And yes, that's a real bird's beak. And now it's time for the Musical Instruments Museum. This wasn't some song. This is the beginning of some song. And then we all played some drums and danced. It was super fun. Now coming to my favorite part, we all dressed up in the traditional attire with the Assamese saris, jewelry, hair, even my grandma. We took so many pictures and videos and danced and completely annoyed the men in the family, but it was super worth it. For lunch, we had a huge Assamese thali, and then I spotted a tree house, and of course I ran and climbed into it. I really didn't want to come down because I love tree houses so much. We then set off for our Kaziranga National Park safari ride in an open jeep, wind in our hair, enjoying the nice greenery, fresh air, standing up. As soon as we reached the national park, we were welcomed by elephants. They were super huge and hairy, and this one literally dashed into our jeep. shape. Then we spotted rhinos for the first time. They were so big and their skin looks like armor. One of them stood so still that I thought it's a statue and everyone laughed at me. My cousin clicked some really nice photos of the rhinos, birds and deers that we spotted. Then we came back to a hotel and were welcomed by a super cute cat. This morning, something hilarious happened. All the mums of our family decided to dress up in the same exact red cloth and they were looking like red fox babies. We teased them the whole day and we explored the tea gardens that day, took a lot of pictures, ran through the tea fields and then left for Tawang in Arunachal Pradesh. The drive was very stunning. Tawang is located at an high altitude, so we saw many huge mountains, clouds, waterfalls and super vibrant flowers. We also stopped to enjoy some coffee with these views, which was unreal. Then we visited a temple by the river. It was very serene. As we headed to our hotel, there was a thick blanket of fog. I was super anxious. The driver had to calm me down and reassure that they are used to this, and they drove us very safely and we reached our hotel, which was super freezing. This morning was so beautiful. Bright sunshine along with thick clouds covering up mountain tops. We fell in love with Arunachal Pradesh. There was also zero visibility in the valley and I was loving it. We then stopped at the Sela tunnel and I spotted a cute sheep. It was super windy and cold there and I also spotted snow-capped mountains, which got me super excited. Next we stopped at Jaswant Singh War Memorial. He was a brave soldier who fought 300 Chinese soldiers all by himself during the Indo-China War. After reaching our hotel and settling into our cozy room, we left for a cultural show. You know where two humans are wearing these animal costumes and dancing? I have seen it only in Ye Ishq Hai in Jab We Met, but this time I saw it live. They were so in sync and jumping and dancing. One came to say hello to me and the others were so busy in scaring all the kids. It was super fun. We ended the day by watching a short film on the Indo-China War, and it was so chilling to see all the sacrifices our soldiers have made. This morning we left to see the Bumla Pass, which is the India-China border. The landscapes while traveling along the way were absolutely stunning. There was snow and so many crystal clear lakes. Cameras weren't allowed there, but the kind soldiers clicked our pictures and gave us photo frames as an amazing memory. It was super cold there. It's located at an high altitude of 15,200 feet above sea level. We also played in the snow, threw snowballs at each other and enjoyed like kids. Next stop was at the Maduri lake. It is called the Maduri lake because Madhuri Dixit danced here during the shooting of Koila movie. My brother was extra excited because he loves Koila. We unleashed our inner Madhuri and danced to Tanhai and posed like SRK. Hot Maggie in this cold weather just hits different. My mama and mommy were wearing raincoats and were looking like chick and duck. It was so cute and they were dancing all the way. After we reached our hotel, we enjoyed some bonfire night with lots of singing. I met a very cute baby called Nawang there who melted my heart. We ended the day by celebrating Mother's Day and cutting the cake. The next morning, we started our day by visiting the Tawang Monastery, which is the second largest monastery in Asia. It was massive and colorful. We walked and noticed every single peaceful corner there. Then we headed to my absolute favorite waterfalls of all times. This is the Nuranang waterfall. It's 100 meters height. The water falling from such a huge height creates fine misty spray that leaves you completely drenched. It is one of India's most breathtaking waterfalls. Standing next to it feels like standing next to a giant sprinkler. It was so refreshing and I felt so alive there. Just listening to the sounds of waterfalls is super therapeutic. We clicked tons of pictures and videos there, enjoyed some coffee with this gorgeous waterfall background. Then we visited another monastery which was super big and colorful. I met the cutest cat there. I was missing my cats back home a lot that day, so spending time with this cute cat was extra special. She just curled up and slept in our arms. Rucha also spotted a cute puppy, and we ended the day with our special animal therapy session.
Day 7.
We began the next day at Maratha Chowk, which was the last stop in Arunachal Pradesh. It has an iconic statue of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. It felt special seeing a piece of Maratha history all the way here. After that, we travelled back down to Assam. We stopped at a city called Tezpur, which means the city of blood in Assamese. An epic battle between Lord Shiva and Lord Krishna was fought here. Lord Shiva, in the form of Banasura, kept his daughter Princess Usha in isolation here at the Agnigar. She fell in love with Aniruddha, who was the grandson of Lord Krishna. This epic battle was so fierce that the entire land turned red because of the blood. In the end, love won and Usha and Aniruddha were reunited.
Day 8.
The next day, we first visited a Mahabhairav Mandir which had a massive Shivaling. We also fed the goats there. We also stopped at the St. Mary's Cathedral, but sadly it was closed, so let's skip it. We continued traveling till Meghalaya, which is our last sister of the Three Sisters trip. I danced a lot while traveling in the car. We checked into the Windermere Resorts, which was so huge and gorgeous.
Day 9.
We spent the next day in Meghalaya through lush greenery and low-lying hills. Our first stop was at the Living Roots Bridge. It's a naturally formed bridge with the roots of ancient trees. It was so cool to see something that was crafted by nature itself. We did a short hike to get there and clicked lots of pictures. Next, we went to see the Balancing Rock. This is a huge rock which is balancing over a tiny rock, again formed naturally. We clicked some pictures with it and then left for Mavlinong, which is the famous cleanest village in Asia. It is truly super clean, cute lanes and calming. We walked a lot there and clicked some nice pictures. Finally, we reached Dauki River, which is located at the India-Bangladesh border. It is supposed to be a super crystal clear, transparent river, but because it had rained so much the previous day, the water was completely muddy and it was very sad. Still, we tried to enjoy the ride and played some Bollywood music.
Day 10.
We started our journey surrounded by gorgeous green views again the next morning. Our first stop was at the famous Seven Sister Waterfalls in Cherrapunji, but it was so foggy we couldn't see anything at first. We literally had to pray to the gods, and then finally the fog cleared and we were able to see the Seven Sister Falls clearly. My grandmother was looking super stylish and cute that day. Next, we headed to Nokhalkai Falls. This is a super tall waterfall with stunning blue water pooling at the bottom. Next came my personal highlight, the Mouse Mai Caves. At the entrance, we spotted a very adorable cat who almost distracted me. I genuinely chickened out and I was planning to quit because the entrance was so small, but I somehow managed to squeeze in and I'm so glad I did. Inside, it felt like stepping into a living mystery room. Water dripping everywhere, natural rock formations, twists and turns. It was a super adventurous experience. To wrap up the day, we visited the Elephant Falls, where there are actually 3 different types of waterfalls layered beautifully. And then we saw some cute ducks doing bottoms up in the water, which totally made us laugh.
Day 11.
For our last day, we had a cable car ride over the mighty Brahmaputra river. Honestly, the Brahmaputra is so huge, it feels like it should be declared a sea. From up there, we got to see tiny islands and some ancient temples resting on them. Fun fact, for some locals, this cable car ride is part of their daily commute. Next, we hopped onto our sunset cruise over Brahmaputra. As the sky turned golden, we sipped some drinks, took lots of pics, enjoyed the live music and danced our hearts out. It was the perfect, energetic goodbye to our Northeast adventure. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.